10 years in the league, multiple Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl 7 of those years with the Packers, some with Favre, and now Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron, third straight season ended at home with a clunker, with him being outplayed by Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo, and an old Brady. After the game, he had a lot of different comments. You know Aaron well. Some of it, he's kind of gotten into this manifesting thing, and, whatever. To each their own. He puts it out there. When you heard his comments, is your reaction he's coming back or not?
My reaction was kind of like, here we go again. And the Packers are in a situation where they're going to have another offseason where they're waiting on the head nod from Aaron Rodgers, whether it be yay or nay, I'm coming back, to see what their future is going to be moving forward. Look, this is something that they know that they're going to be up against each and every year if he does decide to come back because of where he is in his career. And they ended the year well as far as winning some games. They didn't end the year the way that they would have hoped. But in my opinion, I don't know if we do see Aaron Rodgers back. But if there are any takers for a trade, I don't think he retires. I don't think he's going to just walk away from the game. And we'll see if there's some takers on a trade to see if Aaron Rodgers goes elsewhere. But I think he ends up back in Green Bay. If not, Oakland is a place that I've mentioned that I think that he would entertain.
Jordan Love, last 2 times I've seen him, looks like he can play. They now have O-line was fine. Defense could probably use an edge rusher, but they're fine. They'll probably draft another tight end and a receiver. He'll have an off-season Jordan Love to work with it. From your sourcing from guys in the building, is there at least now a belief in the building that Jordan Love is a starter? How good, we don't know, but he is a starter. Do you believe that's a belief in the building?
Yeah, that's definitely a belief in the building, and you see it with the guys. You kind of hear it coming out with some of the people inside the building. Look, they wanted to see what Jordan Love was going to provide them. But they mathematically had a chance to make the playoffs, and they almost did that. So I can understand why they were able to stick with Aaron Rodgers. But now you're in a sticky situation because you don't really know who Jordan Love is. You only know him from a practice perspective. And from the reps that he did get this year, he looked pretty formidable.
Yeah.
Like he looked, if he were the starter, he could get some things done or be at least as good as what Aaron Rodgers was this year. Now, obviously, the experience isn't there, but so I don't want to compare him to Aaron Rodgers at all. But he looked a lot better, a lot more poised, like he commands the huddle, like he can make some of those throws and check out of some of the plays that he needs to check into. I liked what I saw out of Jordan Love.
By the way, Aaron is not spending the off season like a Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. He's not. He's not committed to the offseason. They're going to draft another receiver and a tight end. It's one of their few needs. A lot of people saying they'll go get Jordan Addison first round. It's a great year for tight end, second and third round. But he's not going to work with them in the offseason. Or do you believe Aaron will come back? He'll say, listen, I'll come back. And they'll say, we'll take you back, but you got to commit to the offseason because we're going to get receivers and tight ends. Is that a conversation you think they'd have with Aaron, be comfortable with having with him?
Well, I don't know if it's a conversation that they would have. I think it's a conversation that they should have with us all witnessing what transpired this year and how long it took for the continuity to develop and the chemistry to develop between he and the young receivers. That was always an out. That was always something that was going to be an excuse. The relationship, the chemistry not there. And a large part of that was missed because of there being no Aaron Rodgers in the offseason. So if you don't want to entertain that, again, obviously he's developed some rapport with those guys now. But if you bring in some other young guys, you're going to have to go through the same thing all over again. But again, He's earned the right. I'm not going to sit here and act like he hasn't earned the right to pick and choose if he goes back for an off season, because it's a long season. It's a lot of wear and tear, and he's asked to do a lot, and he should be with the price tag that's on him as a Green Bay Packer.
All right, Greg Jennings on after us. First things first, 1 hour and 15 minutes from right now. He's in New York City. Good seeing you, Greg. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
You bet. So we'll see. I think Green Bay is not had the courage to step up and take control of the relationship, but he's a talented employee and he's got some leverage. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.